Ryan Chidwood, Chris Sheehan, Deputy City Clerk Cindy Gaines, and City Attorney Joel Braithwaite. Has the board reviewed the minutes of, hold on just a second, July, sorry, the July meeting?
I move they be approved.
Second.
All right, the minutes are approved. Before we begin our regular business, I'd like to state for the record that since this is a virtual hearing, anyone wishing to submit public testimony may do so by way of written testimony to be submitted as part of the official record. Anyone wishing to submit written testimony may do so by going to www.annapolis.gov/abc. All right. So I'd like to call the meeting in order. I've done that, sorry. So first thing sorry. No, so everyone is here. So sorry guys. All right. So we've got everybody here. We approved the draft minutes. We're going to start with violations tonight. And we're going to start with item number 2. We're going to start a disciplinary meeting. The first item on the agenda is Eastport Liquors LLC trading as Eastport Liquors at 1001 Beverage Avenue. In accordance with the Article AB Annotated Code of Maryland, the Annapolis Charter, and Code of the Rules and Regulations of the Alcoholic Beverage Control Board, the City of Annapolis, this disciplinary hearing is in connection with infraction citation 24-10052, which alleges the sale or providing of alcoholic beverages to individuals under the age of 21. Are the officers and licensees present tonight?
Yes, ma'am.
I am, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Tim
Right.
Dobson, I'm sending a prompt to your screen. You need to accept it to turn your audio and video on.
So I had the same problem last time. I could not get the video to work. It's locked or secured out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
we can hear you.
Eric, are you on a laptop?
Yep.
Is there a cover, like a sliding cover over your camera?
Nope. It gives me the icon of a folder with a lock on it.
Okay, I'm sending Tim the prompt and it says that he keeps declining to be promoted.
I'm going to text him. Yep. Hello.
Hello?
Oh, Tim's there.
Tim's there? Okay. Is everyone present now?
Should be.
Okay. So you guys are there. Are the police officers present?
Yes, ma'am.
I think so.
All
So
right.
we probably get those guys to
Yeah. All right.
you can probably administer the oath there, Claire,
Yeah.
while we wait for Tim to get sorted.
All right. So if everyone can raise their hands and repeat, do you solemnly swear and affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is true and correct?
I do. I do.
All right.
And we can get names and addresses. for the,
Yes, and if everybody could state one at a time their names and addresses for the record, please.
Eric,
Start
do you want
with-
to start?
Sergeant Eric Newton, Annapolis
sorry.
Police Department, 199 Taylor Avenue, Drug Enforcement Unit.
Mark?
Officer Markovitz, Annapolis Police Department.
You need to turn the audio on.
It should be on. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can hear you, Mark.
Officer Markovitz, Annapolis Police Department, 199 Taylor Avenue. Assigned to special
Oh,
investigator.
okay. Okay, someone else.
All right, could I have the license holders, please? Names and address for the record.
Just Tim. Oh, there he goes. I think Tim. Are you there now?
Is that it? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you,
Yes.
Tim.
Okay, all right.
I'll go first. My name is Daniel Letterberg. My address is 7306 Honeywell Lane, Bethesda, Maryland, 20814.
Was there
Tim.
anyone else?
And I'm Tim Dobson, 424 Blossom Tree Drive, Annapolis, Maryland, 21409.
All right. Have the licensees, have you had an opportunity to read and review the police report?
Yes.
Oh, we have, yes.
Okay. Would you like to admit or deny the charges?
Admit.
Okay. And do you agree that the report shall serve as the city's evidence in this case?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. With the report, with that, the report will be admitted into evidence. Any statements or comments?
No, we're guilty.
All right. Does the board have any questions?
Dan or Tim, I mean, just want to tell the board what happened that day or what you guys are doing to remedy the problem?
Tim, you were there. Why don't you
Well,
describe-
actually, I wasn't there,
Oh,
but
that's right.
you know, we have all of our guys alcohol awareness trained, and you know, we really try to do the best that we can. I wasn't there that day, so I'm not quite sure exactly what happened. But
I will say that the clerk that is guilty of this infraction, just a couple of weeks later, she passed a cigarette, undercover cigarette, whatever you want to call it, investigation. It was an oversight. I've had so many people over the years to say that it's like they know what's happening and they just can't pull the trigger. But you know, we did it and we're wrong, and you know, we'll keep trying to do better.
Sorry, Dan. So are you saying that the same clerk with the tobacco?
Yeah, she passed a tobacco forgive me, sting.
Oh, I
You know, so
Okay.
it's not like she's being cavalier about it.
So she asked for ID
Yeah.
for a tobacco sale and okay.
Yeah.
And then the same person just for a alcohol sale failed to
She missed it.
yeah.
She missed
Okay.
it.
Sorry,
Yeah, I
I
can
just
confirm
wanted
that. We did tobacco compliance out there as well, and everything was fine.
Yep, thank you. Okay, I don't have any questions.
All right.
Dick, you're muted.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, well.
Thanks.
That's-
Dan, I heard
Yeah,
there.
between
I heard
us.
that. I know you guys try very hard, and I know you do have a bunch of new employees there. And I'm sure you're gonna hit them over the head with a 2x4 and make sure, hopefully, that this doesn't happen again.
Oh, that's already been done.
I figured.
I look back through our history. Obviously, it's been many, many years, and I don't see anybody's name twice. You know, I think people make this mistake, and but then they, you know, they really, it's not that hard, and it just, Dick, as you know, where it's a busy place and people get distracted and things happen, and it's not an excuse, but you know, we just, I will say, Tim continually harps on it with with our cashiers, but you can't be there all the time. So again, it's not something I look. I have young kids, or teenage, 20-year-old kids. I'm very cognizant of these things, but it's not something we want, but it does happen on occasion, and we're very sorry about it.
Okay. Does the board have any questions?
I think we've been there.
Okay, you guys
Yeah,
have,
I think we're good.
okay, no further questions. All right. Can
Are
I
we
hear a
rolling on
motion?
this now, or are we rolling on it later?
I think later.
No,
Yeah.
no, we're doing it now.
No, we're doing
Oh,
it now?
do it now.
Hey,
All right.
So Miss Gaines, I see there was a violation in 2020
Mhm.
and the fine assessed was $750. Is that because there was a fine or was there a violation within the span of 2016 to 2020?
Yes.
That is correct, sir.
So sorry, I'm probably can we assess a $750 fine again, or is it an automatic
I
$1,000?
think I think it's a $500 fine.
And I'm
We're 4 years past.
we're not.
You said
We're not quite. That's the only thing, Dick. They're not quite 4 years past. This happened in May of 2024. So and the last violation date was September of 2020. I'm comfortable doing the $500 fine
I
as
believe that's
long
a
as
fine.
that's within the parameters of what we're allowed to do.
I believe that is the fine within those parameters, right, Cindy?
Again, those are just guidelines. You, as the board, you can choose whatever you like.
I move there be a fine of $500.
I second.
Right. Thank you. Having said that, this public hearing is closed. Let's move on to the next item.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. Item number 3. The third item on the agenda is Forward Brewing LLC, trading as Forward Brewing
So
at Fort. Yes.
you need to reopen the public hearing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's reopen the public hearing for item number 3. Sorry, I'm reading off of notes. The third item on the agenda is Forward Brewing LLC, trading as Forward Brewing at 418 4th Street. In accordance with the Article AB Annotated Code of Maryland, the Annapolis Charter and Code of the Rules and Regulations of the Alcoholic Beverage Control Board of the City of Annapolis, this disciplinary hearing is in connection with citation infraction number 24-10050, which alleges the sale or providing of alcoholic beverages to individuals under the age of 21. Are the officers and licensees present?
So I guess we're done.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, thank you. With the licensees, could I ask for your names and addresses for the record?
My name is Camden Bodrin, 109 East Bayview Drive, Annapolis, Maryland, 21403.
All right, could you raise your right hand and do you solemnly swear and affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is true and correct?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Have you had an opportunity to review the citation?
I have.
Do you accept the charges? Do you admit the charges
I do.
or deny them? Okay. Would you like to tell us what happened?
I wasn't there, but my understanding is that 2 officers came in and ordered a beer. The server ID'd the officer who was underage, and he tells me that he misread the ID. And we had a manager and another more experienced server actually right next to the server who ID'd the officer. And we actually have a signal for another server to signal a server who is taking or receiving an order. And the manager and the other server were giving that server the signal. So I think when the server who received the order did ID the officer, the manager felt that they had checked the ID and everything was okay. But it sounds like the server who was taking the order misread the ID. Not sure that they could read it. And yes, Dick.
Pam,
Mhm.
I have a feeling that this ID was actually a vertical driver's license. Is that correct, officer?
Yeah, that's correct. And just for the record, it was one of our cadets, not an officer,
Sorry.
who was underage. No, that's fine. Just clarification. And
Yeah.
yes, he did have a vertical ID.
So,
Okay.
Pam, that's the problem right there.
Sure.
So chew them out.
All right.
I've talked to him and he was pretty disappointed. And we actually, interestingly enough, I saw him a couple days later with he was working the same counter and two men came up. One looked younger than the other, and I saw that it was a vertical ID, and I saw the server take the ID, check it, hand it off to another server to confirm that even though it was an out-of-state vertical ID, that it was legitimate and the person was of age. We've since adjusted our policy to specifically decline any vertical Maryland IDs. And I've talked to some other GMs at restaurants, particularly on 4th Street, about their policies, and that's what they've been doing. And we've also changed our opening procedure. We have a checklist that everybody goes through when they open the restaurant, and the final item on the checklist is you must be born after this date to purchase alcohol. So it's written down in front of everyone. So it's very visible, very available, and reviewed every day.
Hey, Cam,
Mhm.
how many of the staff are tip certified?
All of our staff are certified through the Restaurant Association of Maryland program.
Mhm.
Or the STARS program, particularly our brewing staff. The STARS program is set up by the Brewers Association of Maryland. All of our,
So it's an age verification
yeah, it's all
program.
alcohol awareness
Yeah.
training.
So when you hire new people, are they required to go through that, or is
Yeah.
it just upper level management?
No, all staff are required to go through it, except for bussers who are under 18. We offer it.
That aren't serving. Yeah.
Right. We offer it, but anybody who is serving or working events, like brewers events, they're all trained, and all of our managers and lead servers are certified.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I mean, I think, the fact that anybody that presents a vertical ID for age verification shouldn't be served. And Maryland, I think I don't know, maybe the police officers can attest to some of this, but as we've gone through the real ID process with the federal government, typically vertical ID is just not, even if it's somebody who's on their 21st birthday, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
a vertical ID is a big red flag. And particularly in Maryland, when it's pretty, I mean, it seems it should be convenient to change your ID over to a horizontal ID.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of leniency for out of state, but since they all operate differently, but we've made our policy for Maryland vertical IDs that we just do not accept them.
I appreciate that because we as the board have been suggesting that for about the last 2 years and just do not accept the vertical ID. Even though it's poor kid's 21st birthday, he's all charged. He can bring in another ID with him to, help him verify that.
Sure. We've also created a policy that we're not accepting digital IDs, which is something that's new to me, but we've had a discussion with some other restaurants, and I even talked to the Annapolis Police Department, and they couldn't really give us an answer on whether we should accept them or not. But we feel, we love going paperless and digital, but for now we're sticking with just a hard ID.
I move we assess a $750 fine based on the violation from 2022.
Brian, before you jump in, I just have to confirm that the licensees agree that the report shall serve as the city's evidence in this case.
I think he did.
Cam, do you agree?
Did I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. I think Cam affirmed that
Did he? Okay.
he had read the evidence, and Cam, you didn't.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Right?
Cindy.
Yes, Cindy.
Oh,
Cindy, you're on mute. You're muted.
We should be making a motion to find them guilty first and then making a motion when we assign the fee. I think we're missing the first motion, please.
I make a motion that Cam's guilty.
Second.
Forward Brewing is the guilty
Forward Brewing.
No, I think it's just Cam.
Yeah, no, just Cam.
I'll accept it.
And because of there was a violation in 2022, I move we assess a $750 fine.
Second.
All in motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Sorry. I don't have all my notes. Let's put that on the record and move on to the next item. Thank you guys for coming tonight. And thank you for your patience. All right.
Thanks, Cam.
Thanks. Have a great night, everyone.
Good night, Cam.
Stay well.
Take care. You too.
All right. Item number 4. The fourth item on the agenda tonight is Hospitality Concessions of Annapolis LLC, trading as Hilden Garden Inn, Annapolis downtown at 174 West Street. In accordance with the Article AB Annotated Code of Maryland, the Annapolis Charter and Code of the Rules and Regulations of the Alcoholic Beverage Control Board of the City of Annapolis, this disciplinary hearing is in connection with citation infraction number 24-10047, which alleges the sale or providing of alcoholic beverages to individuals under the age of 21. Are the officers and licensees present?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, thank you. Are the licensees present?
Yes,
Yeah.
Madam Chair, they're here. And I'm
All
Leanne
right.
Schreckengoss, their counsel.
I think
Thank
we
you
need
so
to have
much.
everybody name
Raise
and
their right.
address.
Yeah, name and address.
They're both muted.
Sergeant Eric Newton, Annapolis Police Department, 199 Taylor Avenue.
The officers don't have to because they've been here the entire time. Thank you, guys.
Donald, you're muted.
Just the licensees, please.
Go ahead, Mr. Lynch.
Jason Lynch, 1250 Partridge Road, Spartanburg, South Carolina, 29302.
Mr. Kemp?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Donald Kemp, 1531 Waterbury Road, Crownsville, Maryland, 21032.
All right. If the licensees could please raise their right hands. Do you solemnly swear and affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimonies you are about to give is true and correct?
I do.
Yes.
All right. Have you had the opportunity to read and review the police report?
Yeah.
All right. Do you admit or deny the charges?
We admit the charges.
All right. Do you agree that the report shall serve as the city's evidence in this case?
Yeah.
All right. Would you like to tell us about what happened?
Madam Chair, this is Leanne Schreckengast. I'm counsel for the applicants. If I may I go ahead and proffer the testimony on behalf of the applicants, or would you prefer to hear from them directly?
No, if you'd like to do that and that's what your clients would like to do, I think we can accept that.
Thank you very much. We do admit to the violation, as Mr. Lynch indicated, and will accept the documents being incorporated to the record for reference. Unfortunately, in this situation, we had an employee who refused or forgot to ask for ID. The hotel's policy is to card everyone who orders alcohol. And in this situation, Ms. Murray did not follow the hotel's policy and did not ask for ID and served the cadet in this case. She received verbal counseling and coaching about her mistake, and also had a written reprimand to her personnel file. Since the time of the incident, all 6 employees at the hotel who were involved with the sale or service of alcohol have either been certified or recertified in the TIPS training program, and that happened back in the month of May. In addition to that, the hotel took an extra step and bought ID scanners. So not only is every employee required to card everyone, they're also required to scan every single ID they are presented with to take any and all guesswork out of, the conversation we just had in the previous hearing, vertical IDs versus not vertical IDs. This way, if everything scans, there's no questions to be had. So they have taken upon themselves to purchase those scanners at the hotel and retrain everybody. They also obviously use this experience as a teaching opportunity for all the staff to remind them of the importance of carding everyone who orders alcohol. They take it very seriously, and it's, not acceptable. But all we can do is we've made a mistake and we're moving forward and taking extra precautions to ensure that it does not happen again.
Okay, thank you for that. Does the board have any questions?
I think she covered it.
Yep.
Right. Can I hear a motion to find them guilty?
I move with them guilty, and
Second.
is this their
Okay,
first?
can I?
Is this their first offense?
No,
No, it's not their first offense.
they had a violation in 2022. So I second Dick's motion,
And
and I make a motion that we assess a $750 fine.
Can I
second,
hear a second? All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you.
All right,
All right.
guys.
Thank you, commissioners. Appreciate it.
And you guys will
Thank
be
you.
hearing from the city clerk's office, and the fine will be payable in 30 days.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Understood.
Thank you
Thank you,
very
guys.
much.
Thank
Have a
you.
good evening.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right. The 5th item on the agenda is J.C. James LLC, trading as Lido Pizza at 505 South Cherry Grove Avenue. The citation infraction number is 24-10058, which alleges the sale of providing of alcoholic beverages to individuals under the age of 21. Are the licensees present?
They're muted if they're present.
How's that?
Mark.
That's better.
Hi, Curtis.
Oh, hi.
Do you have a video? Can you
I'm
turn your
trying.
video on, please?
I'm trying, Dick. Hang tight.
Mark, I'm sending a prompt to your screen. If
There you
you
go.
accept, you can.
There he is.
Video
There
on.
you are.
All right. If I can have your name and address, please.
Yes, I'm Curtis Noland. My home address is 1505 Marlin Lane in Huntingtown, Maryland, 20639.
All right. And let's swear you in. If you could raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is true and correct?
Yes, I do.
All right. Have you had the opportunity to read and review the police report?
Yes,
Do you admit or deny the charges?
we admit them.
Okay. Do you agree that the report shall serve as the city's evidence in this case?
Yes.
Thank you.
Is
there anything
Mark
you'd like-
also testifying in this?
Um,
I see a Mark Summers. Is he?
so Mark is my store manager, and I invited him to join tonight so he could.
Okay, so can he unmute and do the same thing if he's
Yes.
going to speak on your behalf or talk about the matter at hand?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you are about to give is true and correct?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Mark, can you give your name and address too?
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Mark Summers, 417 Peach Court, Annapolis, Maryland, 21409.
Thanks, Mark.
No problem.
All right, is there anything you guys would like to tell us about what happened?
So I invited Mark to join us tonight so he could kind of witness this and experience this. He was there the evening that it happened, but basically it was my understanding that the employee Jorge, who works for us, he carded the cadet when he came in. They asked for ID, and he I think overthought the entire process as he was trying to do date calculations, and what he overlooked was the fact that the ID was a vertical versus a horizontal. So and he might have transposed some dates because the cadet's birth date is the 19th and the date of the offense was the 18th, but that's neither here nor there. Once again, it's the whole vertical versus horizontal issue. So I know that this is not a points-based system here. It's it's either a pass or fail when it's selling alcohol. However, I have to look at the entire situation here, and this young man, he's a good kid. He goes to high school in Annapolis High School, and I credit him for doing his job. This happened to us a few years back where the young man that worked for us before just flat out refused to do his job, and he just didn't even check for identification. So this young man, Jorge, he asked for ID. He just, in his brain, he fumbled the whole situation. So we were able to sit back with him after the fact and say, Jorge, and everybody else who works for us, vertical, just don't accept it. Horizontal is then you can start to go through the process of figuring out whether or not it's expired or things like that. But so that's just a simple case of what happened here. We certainly apologize for this happening.
Curtis, do you guys have your employees go through tips training?
Sir, we do not. We are strictly a counter service restaurant now. When after during COVID and after COVID, we converted our store to a counter service only. So that eliminated the table service, which we had a lot of dine-in issues with checking ID. So it's really when you come into our restaurant, we're a really sort of small environment. There's usually one cashier. There's only one cashier in the daytime with a manager on duty, and then there's two cashiers in the evening time. So there's not really a whole lot of employees that I have under my belt. So not a whole lot of turnover. So this is something we could look into. I do have a few young people that work for me. So being that we do have a carry-out license now, it probably makes more sense to do that to get more people trained. But to answer your question, I do not. It's just the managers that are
tip certified.
Yes.
If I may interrupt briefly, Madam Clerk, the Deputy Clerk is waiting to be admitted as an attendee. Madeline, can you please admit the Ms. Gaines?
I just sent her a prompt. Thank you.
Oh no.
I just noticed she was missing.
We need her.
We have to say everything we just said while she was missing so she can get the minutes.
Oh, we were missing Cindy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think Cindy's holding this whole thing together now, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
We need her.
She's amazing. Yeah.
All right, my computer went down.
Cindy, do you need their testimony for the tape?
I'll be okay, Dave.
Okay, good.
All right. Thank you. All right. So if the board doesn't have any more questions, can I have a motion to find them guilty or not guilty?
I'm sorry,
Curtis.
Curtis
Mark,
is,
Mark,
Oh,
do you have
did-
anything to add, or do you think that I cover everything? Did I miss anything?
I mean, the only thing you didn't cover is, we're going over the start of every shift, just kind of reiterating to check IDs and the process of how to check them, vertical and then date and expiration and everything.
okay.
Does the employee still work for you?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're
Right.
we're not one of these,
No.
fire
That's-
people as soon as they make mistakes. We try to work with people, especially good young kids. And like I said, this was a total
Yep.
oversight on his part. So,
if
Mark,
you've
are you
been,
pretty present in the day-to-day operation?
Yes.
if you've been
And so
listening,
these are things you're going over this. I think you just said pretty regularly with staff.
Yep.
Ryan,
Is there
what I
anything else you guys
interject-
have done differently
We
after
posted a
this
couple.
violation?
We've posted a couple signs of a vertical ID, how, what it looks like, and we don't take it, and then a horizontal and what to look for to accept and everything.
Sure.
Post them by the schedule, post them in the back office or in the back restaurant of the doors.
Do you have regular shift meetings every day?
I try to do it at least 3 times a week because most of the staff I see 4 or 5 times a week.
Is this something you talk about every time?
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, just to touch on that again. Yeah, our staff is so small. We only have probably 6 front of house staff, and we have.
I think it's about
turnover.
7 total.
Yeah. So okay, yeah, we have low turnover, thankfully. So we keep a lot of the same people for a long duration of time.
I make a motion. We find Lito Pizza guilty.
Right.
I make a motion that we assess a $750 fine.
second,
All right. All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
All right. Thank you guys so much. You will be hearing from the city clerk's office, and the fine is payable in 30 days.
Okay. Thank you all very much, and I apologize again.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. That is the close of the violations section of our hearing.
Madam Chairman,
Yes, sir.
let's release the police officers.
Yes. Thank you, officers, for your time. Have a wonderful night. All right. And before we start this part of the public hearing, can we combine the Naval Academy Athletic Association applications number 9 through 14 on the docket for the one-day liquor licenses for the dates August 31st, September 21st, October 19th, November 16th, and December 28th of 2024? Can we do that today?
Cindy's trying
Miss
to.
Gaines has her hand up.
When we get
sorry,
when we
Cindy.
get to that, I think you skipped something. There's a public hearing before that.
Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. I got my notes mixed up. Sorry, guys. Didn't want to. All right. Number 6 is Sea Salt Restaurant Trading LLC, trading as Sea Salt Restaurant, or Sea Salt Restaurant at One Park Place, Suite 7.
Sorry, if I could interrupt a second.
Yes, please.
One of the officers, Sergeant Newton, is raising his hand. Is it okay if I promote him again in case he had?
Yes, please.
Add. Okay, I'm sending him the prompt.
Okay.
Sergeant, you're muted.
Can you guys hear me okay?
We can.
Hey, sorry, I apologize. I tried to get in before. So I had an opportunity to meet with Serenity Sisters Recovery House, and they have a number of a large amount of grant money. They were wondering if at all possible they could get involved in the alcohol compliance in any way possible and assist with some of the, not necessarily the penalties, but as far as the tip training, have money available for all of the restaurants that fail, pay for their employees to get covered by tip training.
Oh my God, that would be great, Sergeant.
That's really generous.
So, and I told them I would reach out next time I had the opportunity to speak to you guys about that. And maybe I can talk to Miss Gaines as far as getting a contact information to who they can get in touch with on your end. Just because they have, I think last time they told it was like $10,000 to spend, and it's not drug related, but alcohol is still considered an addiction, a substance. So it's something that they could offer at least to be participating in some way, shape, or form in reference to recovery and give it some sort of help possible.
Yeah, actually, Sergeant, you've
Yes,
got a
sir.
group, you've got a group that works with you right now, and I can't remember their name, but one of the contacts is Judy Budensek,
Yeah.
Okay.
and she would be the perfect one to talk to because they do provide this, but they're always looking for funding.
Okay. Yeah, and I know a lot of people we talk to, same thing, and obviously being part of these, that, majority of them are tip certified and trained, but some are not, and some it's a funding issue. So if that's the case, as far as who they can get in contact might be a decent thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's very generous. Thank you.
All right, well, I will leave you guys to the rest of your evening then.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Sergeant.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
All right. So item number 6, Sea Salt Restaurant LLC trading as Sea Salt Restaurant, 1 Park Place, Suite 7. This public hearing is open at August 7th at 7:49 p.m. Sorry,
Yes.
you're here.
Hey, John.
Excellent.
Hey guys, how are you? You're on there as well.
Yeah,
Colin there too.
Colin Lennon on my list. Colin, you have to accept the prompt to come
Yeah.
up on the list.
Jump on the. Okay. He's behind me. He's on his own screen.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Alfredo, was he on the license initially?
He's not an applicant. Colin is the only applicant, but Alfredo is the third business partner listed in our license application. Yes.
Wait, hold on. Sorry.
One of the business.
It was just I just was looking at it. Sorry, I'm trying to pull it up here.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Claire.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to
That's okay.
interrupt.
That's okay. This is an application for a new alcoholic beverage license class B-4.X beer, wine, and liquor on sale 6 a.m. to 12 midnight, 7 days per week, special Sunday license. In addition, sales as authorized from 12 midnight to 2 a.m. by Colin Lennon for the premises known as Sea Salt Restaurant LLC, trading as Sea Salt Restaurant, location at 1 Park Place, Suite 7, Annapolis, Maryland 21401. And are the licensee applicants here?
Yes.
Yeah, I think all right. So
Addresses.
could I have your name and address, please, for the record?
Yeah. Colin Lennon, 11 Brook Avenue, Annapolis, 21401.
All right.
Sorry, John K. Hogan, 162 Green Street, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401.
All right, thank you. This is your opportunity to talk to us about what's going on.
Hey guys,
Thank
real
you,
quick.
thank you guys for coming back.
Has anything changed?
Happy to be here.
Has anything changed in your application? In terms of owner, like who's in charge and
No, nothing has changed since the original application was transfer of the old license, and then the current application that you have since that.
Cindy has her hand up. Hold on one second.
Yes, Cindy?
Sure.
Yeah, something big has changed. It's no longer a transfer, it's an application for a new license.
Correct. Yeah. So
yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So we've gone from the transference of the license from Fido to John and Colin having they're now applying for a new license, correct?
Correct.
But you guys haven't changed anything in terms of who's operating the business, who you guys, it's the same thing, right?
It is the same thing. And so from the transfer license that was originally
which ultimately you ran out of time after the last extension.
Yes,
correct?
Sir. Yeah.
The business is ready to open?
yes, we're in the, we have 2 or 3 of our final inspections already passed. We have 2 or 3 more. We have to receive our occupancy, and then effectively we can open, obviously.
And so when do you think that's going to be done?
We have an inspection tomorrow. We have an inspection on Tuesday. Finals. We have health inspection will follow from the county 2 to 3 weeks following our last final inspection. So we're really hoping to be open by end of August.
September 1.
That'd be super. That'd be super. Yeah.
I move we accept this application.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Come on, guys. Let's go. Let's go.
We're on. We're
Let's
on. We're
go.
close. Thank you guys so much for your time. We know it's been a long journey, but we'll be
It's
there.
been a long time. We won't forget your faces. So good luck.
Good luck. Good luck to you guys. Hope you know what?
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you so
Wish
much.
you all the best.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right, take care.
Okay. So we are done with that section. Business miscellaneous. Item
Is that-
number.
Is that
Yes.
the end of the public hearing?
That is the end of the public hearing, so I think we can close that. That part of the public hearing. What just happened there? All right. Oh, Joel's on it. Sorry. So number 7 is application for consumption of alcoholic beverages on city property, Stanton Community Center for a baptism. An application for consumption of alcoholic beverages on city property, Stanton Center, with music to Shirley Ligonis for a baptism scheduled on August 10th, 2024 from 4 p.m. to midnight, location 92 West Washington Street, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401. Is she here?
Yep.
She's muted.
Yes. Yes.
All right, ma'am. Could you state your name and address for the record, please?
Yep, it's Shirley Juarez Luengas. The address is 2040 Journals Highway, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401.
All right. And would you like to tell us a little bit about this celebration?
So it's just a baptism for my daughter. It's only family that's gonna be there. I'm gonna have a bartender that's gonna take care of the alcohol, giving out the alcohol beverages. I'm gonna have a security called Wells that's gonna be there.
All right. Does the board have any questions?
You have how many people?
I'm expecting 150 people in there.
Okay. And what are you doing about underage drinking?
We're gonna have wristbands, and then like I said, there's gonna be a bartender that only if you walk up to it and show ID, they'll be able to serve you with alcohol.
And what about security?
I'm gonna have security in each door because there's 2 entrances there. So there's gonna be a security there, and then the security is gonna be outside counting how many people are coming in.
And it looks like you're using Elite Security, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I move we approve.
Second.
All right. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Say aye. All right. That has been approved. Have a wonderful party.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Good night.
Good night. So number 8 on our list tonight is application for consumption of alcoholic beverages on city property, Annapolis Songwriters Festival. An application for consumption of alcoholic beverages on city property to the Annapolis Songwriters Festival for the Annapolis Songwriters Festival, scheduled September 13th through September 15th, 2024. From 5 o'clock to 10 p.m. at Susan Campbell Park. It's known as City Dock in Annapolis, Maryland, 21401. Are the folks from the Annapolis Songwriters Festival here?
Yes.
Kyle's here.
All right. If you could please state your name and address for the record.
Kyle Muehlhauser, 409 Grinstead Road, Spurner Park, Maryland, 21146.
We've got PJ here. PJ, can you turn your camera on?
I did, and it's not turning on. I have turned it on.
Okay, we need your name and address.
Sure.
Yes, please.
PJ Thomas, 701 Deering Road, Pasadena, Maryland, 21122.
Thank you. All right. Would you guys like to tell us about this event?
Sure. This third annual Annapolis Songwriters Festival, as you mentioned, the festival itself is the 12th through the 15th. The purpose of this is for events at Susan Campbell Park, the 13th, 14th, and 15th. Similar to last year, the 13th and the 15th will be ticketed concerts. The 14th on the Saturday night will be a free concert. We have our own security, about 10 people that'll be supplemented with an offsite security company. We use a company out of Baltimore called Wolf Security, same company we've used the last 2 years. We've averaged about 25 total security on site. We will use wristbands. We're fortunate to be able to have our own bartending staff from our 4 local restaurants and management teams as well. Most of them, well, all of them will be tip certified, coming from our restaurants. So yeah, there will be an ID tent to check IDs and hand out wristbands. So they'll have to go through that process prior to being served. We do fence the entire area in the parking lot area, which helps to keep it a very secure area. So once you're in, we can prevent anyone from exiting with alcohol as well. So really a rinse and repeat. That's not to minimize the importance of it, but very, very similar to what we did last year.
Hey, Kyle, so when you do the tent for the age verification, is that the folks from Wolf or is that Ram's Head personnel?
That's actually our personnel.
That are tip certified.
Correct. Yeah, there's some liability things there, and we make sure that our teams are the ones doing the IDing.
I move we approve.
All right, do I hear a second? All right. Was there some?
Yeah, PJ,
Yes, sir.
who are the headliners this year?
Oh my God.
Just ignore my fellows.
Okay, well, let me pull it up.
It's not Blondie.
I didn't keep it for timing. Friday night is JJ Gray and Citizen Cope, and Sunday night.
Oh yeah, Citizen coming to town. Yeah.
And Sunday night is who?
Jake already got his tickets.
Lee Bryce.
Very
Lee
good.
Bryce, a popular country artist.
Thanks, PJ, for bringing Kyle with you.
Yes.
I second Ryan's motion.
Okay.
It might have expired all the time that went by.
All right. All in favor, please say
Aye.
aye. Aye. All right. Thank you guys. Have a
Thank you,
wonderful
guys.
time.
Good luck.
Thank you guys.
Good luck.
Yes. Good night.
All right. Now that we are on to number 9, can we please combine the Naval Academy Athletics Association applications number 9 through 14 on the docket for one-day liquor licenses for the date August 31st, September 21st, November 19th, November 16th, October 19th, November 16th, and December 28th of 2024.
So moved.
So moved. Do I hear a second? All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Thank you, guys. And do we have those applicants here for the Naval Academy Athletic Association?
Madeline.
Bill?
I am promoting him now. I said Dick.
Thank you, Madeline.
Thank you. Sorry.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I apologize. My computer's a little slow tonight. It was
Okay.
a little slow on the update.
I understand. If I could please have your name and address for the record.
Okay, my name is Bill Givens, and my address is 8 North Southwood Avenue, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401.
Thank you so much. And would you like to tell us about these events?
Yeah, certainly. As I mentioned, my name is Bill Givens. I'm the Senior Associate Athletic Director with the Naval Academy Athletic Association. And we're here to request, as you mentioned, special Class C one-day liquor licenses for the 5 Navy home football games and the Military Bowl on the dates as you listed.
I think it's 6, Bill.
5 Navy games, 1 Military Bowl.
Oh,
So
right. Sorry.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. As we did last year for all of our home games where we sold beer to the general public, the following measures will be in place. Stadium gates will open 2 hours prior to kick. Beer sales will be to take place at concession stands, through pop-up stands and through vendors on the concourse. Beer sales will end by the end of the third quarter. This is a ticketed event. As is our procedure, there will be 100% ID checks, and those served will be wristbanded upon proof of age. Sodexo Sports and Leisure is our concessionaire, and their servers are all tips trained. They are also empowered to refuse service to anyone they feel is intoxicated or has been overserved. There will be a limit of 2 beers per customer per transaction. Our stadium security is provided by Safe Management, which is the same company that works M&T Bank Stadium for the Ravens on Sundays up in Baltimore. In addition, we'll have Annapolis Police on site working as uniformed police officers. They will roam the concourse and aisles and also will proactively look for underage drinking, people handing beers off, or anyone who may have been overserved. The entire stadium perimeter is enclosed by a fence, and to enter and exit is through gates staffed by our security staff. No beer will be allowed to enter the premises from the parking lot, and no beer will be allowed to leave the stadium at any point. In addition to that, Special Event Medical Service, who's our contracted medical provider, will have EMTs in our first aid stands and an ambulance on site should there be any issues at all during the course of the event, alcohol related or not. We do have a track record for serving beer at previous events, including the Annapolis Blues this summer and the English Premier League game that we hosted last Wednesday. And we believe that we have the policies and procedures in place to accommodate beer sales in a safe and responsible manner. Fortunately, we've not had any issues in the past with any alcohol-related incidents. And I do believe that with our trained servers, limits on beers, ID checks, security staff, Annapolis Police, plus our medical staff on site, we have all the resources necessary to safely and responsibly sell beer at our events and to mitigate and prevent any issues before they arrive. Thank you for your time, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that the board may have.
Thank you. Does the
Bill,
board
do you have any
questions?
issues? Any issues with the Premier League game?
No, it was a very small crowd. The promoters, disappointed with the crowd. I think we had right at 6,000 people, which if you had been to any of the Blues games this summer, that was a small crowd by comparison. But the fans for both teams of Crystal Palace and Wolverhampton were very well behaved. We were prepared if any of them had brought, I don't know if you've seen Premier League games where they bring flares into the stadium with the color smoke of their team colors. But we were prepared for that should that happen. We kept the fan groups separated from on each side of the stadium. But quite frankly, it was family and kids that made up the majority of the crowd. So it was a very subdued, well-behaved game, much like the Annapolis Blues.
No, that's great.
That's great. Yeah.
Other than the attendance.
Other than the attendance, yes.
Madam Chairman, I move we approve.
All right. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That's passed. The motion's passed. All right. Thank you guys
Thanks,
so
Bill.
much for coming.
Good
Thank
luck,
you.
Bill.
Thank you all.
Yeah. All right. If it would be okay with everyone else, we also have both 15 and 16 American Legion requests. Can we combine those as well for the interest of time?
Please.
All right. All right. So 15 and 16 is the American Legion requestee here?
Gunny, we need to see your face.
Yeah, I know what happened to my camera. I don't understand.
Good evening, Gunny.
You broke it again.
Oh, that's not nice.
Oh, my video. Okay, boom.
Oh, there you are. Oh, thank you so much. Sir, if you could please state your name and address for the record.
My name is Curtis D. Jones. I live at 1400 Bretton View Road, Annapolis, Maryland, 21409.
All right. And could you please tell us about these two events that you've got going on at the American Legion Post 141? We've got open public event number 3, the American Legion Post 141, for an all-white party scheduled on September 14th from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m., located at 1707 Forest Drive, Annapolis, Maryland, 21403. And then the other one is request to the open public event number 2, the American Legion Post 141, for a party scheduled on August 10th, 2024 from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m., also located at 1707 Forest Drive, Annapolis, Maryland, 21403. So,
well, first of all, we're going to scratch the August 10th party because I was out of town and they didn't get prepared, so it's not going to happen.
All right. Sorry about that.
And the 15th, well, the 14th, the September all white party is just what it's called. And you're dressed in all white, white attire, put it that way.
All right.
And we're going to have elite security there at the front door, the back, and inside the hall. And I will also be there since I have an all white suit now. I can put it on.
Nice.
So I'm going to be an oddball because normally I wear a black suit or a blue one.
We're going to come take your picture.
Oh, please. I'll even shave for that event. But that's the actual event. It's going to be an all-white fundraiser party for the post itself. And that's the gist of it. And we'll be having wristbands, and no one under the age of 21 will be drinking. And there will be really no one under the age of 21 in there, if I have my way about it. And I understand what vertical ID cards look like. We had the police department try it once. They didn't like the results because I tried to keep the ID card. I did. So I thought it was a fake.
We're getting an ad guy for that one.
Okay.
The bartender, all the bartenders are tips trained, and so am I. And my tips trained letter is taped to the window or to the mirror in the bar. And we have one person crowd control trained.
I think any event the Gunny's a part of is a safe event. So I move we approve.
All right. Do I hear a second?
I second.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Thank you, Gunny. Have a wonderful party.
Good luck, Gunny.
Enjoy your new suit.
Yeah.
Still going to come take your picture.
That's okay.
Dick, I'll pick you up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Good luck, Gunny.
All
Good night.
right. Good night, Gunny. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. So number 18 on the docket tonight, number 17, sorry. Application for consumption of alcoholic beverage on city property at Stanton Community Center for baptism. An application for consumption of alcoholic beverages on city property, Stanton Center, with music to Ownless Marquin, I'm so sorry, for a baptism scheduled on August 31st, 2024 from 4 p.m. to midnight. Location at 92 West Street, West Washington Street, Annapolis, Maryland, 21401. Is the applicant here?
In the attendee list for this item.
I'm sorry, what did she say?
I do not have anyone in the attendee list for this item.
Okay, do we want to go to 18, take a vote on that, and maybe she'll come back? Can we do that?
Is that the one that we last month didn't show up?
I think it probably was.
Yeah, the name.
Or you just have I'm just looking through here. You have a note.
Let's go on to 18.
Okay, so tonight 18 on our list is ABCD election, the Alcohol Beverage Control Board election chair, vice chair. Because Jimmy's not here, I'd like to maybe postpone that till next month when everyone can be here.
I don't think there's.
I don't think we need to do that. I move that we elect Chairman Praley for another year.
Cindy and Joe are both trying to say something.
Please hold on. She's doing what Jimmy wants. Please, 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 just let her do what Jimmy wants.
Thank you.
Well, he shouldn't have a say. He's not here, and we had a quorum. So if you're not here and you get reelected to your position, you should have come to the meeting.
What say you, Cindy?
I say we do what the chair asks.
I think we should do that.
Can we vote for the vice chair?
We can vote for the vice chair.
I move we re-elect Claire Conyer for vice chair.
Second.
Okay.
We cannot do this.
Oh,
We're
we
either
cannot do this?
postponing this or we're not.
Okay.
Can't break it down.
All right. All right, Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy. So let's postpone this till next month when all of the board members are here for the vote.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Fine. Aye. Kristen,
Cindy.
vote.
Fine.
All right. Thank you, guys. I think that's it for everything today. Thank you guys for your patience.
Madam Chair.
Yes.
If Cindy will allow us, I'm going to move we adjourn.
I was just going to ask that.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.